Good morning, Anne Murphy here for my regular weekly live in the group. How are you today? As you may have realised, I am doing a series of videos over the next couple of weeks on how to market your business and which method of marketing is going to be best for you to help you make an informed decision on where you should spend your time, where your target market is hanging out, where to spend all your efforts, and the exact strategies that you'll need to help you grow your business. So today's the first of the series, focusing on marketing your business, and it's all about Facebook. So I'm not sure if you knew, but Instagram was actually one of my favorite platforms, and I found that I had a lot of success on Instagram. But about 3 months ago, they stopped my features, some of the features that I used to use a lot and I enjoyed, and there was just no reason. And I was looking in forums and trying to find out how it could work, like what had happened, and there was just no explanation for it. And then lo and behold, last week, I just jumped in again and it was working. So I'm back on it. But during that time, I thought, well, I'd like to still keep marketing my business. So I went all in on Facebook. And surprisingly, I had some great results. So it's not to be ignored. I know it can be a nemesis for some people. But in today's weekly live, I'm going to be sharing some of the latest strategies that are working to beat the algorithm, and some of the latest statistics, the most current statistics for you, so that you can analyze, well, is this my target market? Is this where I should be spending my time? Even if you're not on Twitter or LinkedIn or Instagram, I believe it's still a good idea to create a profile, to grab that name, because over the course of time, you may decide to try another platform. So it's good to get your account set up. And sometimes you can just automate it just to keep the account active and rolling. I'm just going to check that I am in the group, because what I did just at the last minute this morning is decided to put all of my info into a PowerPoint presentation. So it was the fastest PowerPoint presentation I've ever done in my life. So I haven't tested it. Hopefully it will work. So let's give it a try. So I'm just going to get started and share my screen. Let's see. Okay. Let me just check that is working now so that you can see the slideshow. Just waiting for it to come up on my phone. It's just a bit of a slight delay. Okay, so I thought it would be better to have it in a slideshow presentation. It's a lot to get through, so hopefully I won't take up too much of your time today. And don't forget that these weekly lives stay in the group indefinitely, so you can always refer back to them. So today is the first in our series of marketing your business, and we're focusing on Facebook. So the number of users, as the oldest and widest reaching social network around, Facebook boasts a staggering number nearly of 2.8 billion monthly active users. So it's still by far the most used platform worldwide. These are some of the demographics. Now, these are the latest statistics. Users ages 25 to 34 years are the largest demographic, males being the highest, with 18 to 24 being second for both male and female, which to me I found a little bit unusual, because I am older than 34, and I do know a lot of other people that are older than me that use Facebook, and that's probably the only social media platform they do use. So I was surprised to see that, but that's what the statistics are telling us. India, USA, Indonesia, Brazil, and Mexico are the top 5 countries that use Facebook. Younger generations in Australia were much more active Facebook users, with those between 18 to 29 years using the platform 4 times per week, rather than those over the age of 65. So if your target market is of the older generation, maybe Facebook isn't for your business. 32% of the 12 to 34-year-olds use Facebook the most, and 86% of internet users with $100,000 plus income use Facebook. So that's interesting to note. If you sell a high-end product, that there are people who can afford it using Facebook, 86% of them. So 98.3% of these users accessed Facebook via any kind of mobile device, and 79.9% of users only use mobile. And this is particularly important for businesses who have Facebook business pages. So if you are crafting Facebook ads and posts on the desktop site, you still need to ensure that they look good on mobile too. The highest engagement time on Facebook is Wednesday at 11 a.m. Now, keep that in mind, that if your target market is in the US and you're in a different time zone, to schedule that to whatever time zone is Wednesday at 11 a.m. If you're only serving Australian businesses, well, then that would be Wednesday at 11 a.m. Australian time. 2/3 of Facebook users visit a local business page weekly. So if you are a bricks and mortar store, make sure that you've got a business page, because people, and make sure that your business has all the information, like the location and the opening times and all those sorts of information. And also for advertising, Facebook is still relatively the cheapest, with a cost per click of 43 cents. So if Facebook ads was something that you wanted to try, it's relatively cheap, as long as you've got your targeting on point. So you have to understand a little bit about how Facebook ads work before you just go and jump in. Some of the features: more than 1.4 billion people are using Facebook groups every month. So Facebook groups are highly recommended for your business to create a community. People want to join it. 26% of Facebook group users' primary group is around a hobby or activity. So creating a group around your business could be something that people like to contribute to, whether it's an activity, like if you're a health coach or a fitness coach, have activities, or if you're someone who sells craft supplies, have a craft along, those kinds of things. And according to Facebook themselves, the platform prioritizes content from groups that users frequently engage with. So if you're consistently publishing to your group and your audience is reacting to it, or they're posting content themselves, you're feeding the algorithm exactly what it wants. I've just missed a slide, sorry. Group members have the potential to be your most loyal customers. So that's something else to consider about Facebook groups. Facebook groups allow you to form meaningful customer relationships. The more you can get your members talking, the better. Content that performs well in groups is user-generated content. So thinking about asking members to upload photos or videos, Facebook Live and native Facebook video. So native Facebook video means that videos that you post straight from your phone or your desktop, not those that you send people off the platform for, like YouTube. Interactive content like polls, images, GIFs, memes, and infographics. And if you have an email newsletter or are active on other social platforms, invite your customers on these platforms to join your group. So how to grow on Facebook. So this is something that I did quite a while ago. Is I updated my personal profile with my business details. So put as much in there as you can about your business, because when you comment in Facebook groups or on other people's business pages, people will often click on your name, and if they see your Facebook business page, your group details, your website details, etc., they will click on those too. So I highly recommend doing that. And when I say comment on other people's posts and in groups, it's not like, oh, join my group. It's about providing valuable advice, offer suggestions, give lots of value in your comments, because if it's something that people are intrigued by, they will click on your name and see your details, and then hopefully become followers and join your group. So one of the first ways to grow your Facebook account, and it's probably not something that's spoken about a lot or probably frowned upon, and that's boosting your content. People say, oh, it's a waste of money. But if you do really want to increase your Facebook engagement, boost your posts. So this means that even if you have followers on Facebook, a Facebook business page, you're still not going to reach most of them if you're just posting organically. So if you're just new and you're low on followers, starting from scratch means that you don't have many followers or engagement, and chances are that you're not going to get a lot of attention by just posting great content. So save yourself from low engagement by milking the Facebook algorithm with some boosted posts. And it doesn't have to be expensive. So $5, if you've got a spare $5, if it's something important that you're launching a new program or a product, or you're holding a special event, $5 with good targeted Facebook ads will increase the engagement, and in turn that will favor your posts organically. The more followers you get, the more consistent content you create, it will create like a snowball effect. So if you boost your post and everyone loves it, Facebook is more likely to show your post to them again in the next time you post. And not to mention that they may love it so much that they decide to share it with their friends, and you get a viral spin on your content. And I'm not saying boost your content is a must-have. It's just a choice. So the next step to grow your Facebook account is create engagement-worthy posts. So what's not engagement-worthy posts are filling up your Facebook page with posts that have nothing to do with your audience and everything to do with your business. And this is something that is across the board with your website, social, Instagram, all of the content that you're producing. Instead of thinking that it's about you, this is what I want you to know. Your target market are the ones that you should be creating the content for. So it's all about your audience. People create Facebook pages and start posting about how cool their business is, and then they realize that it's just still their family and friends that follow them. Facebook prioritizes posts that spark conversations and meaningful interactions with people. So you need to post content that pertains to the interests and goals of your audience if you want to engage them, even if that does not directly promote your business. Because remember, you're competing for attention on Facebook first and foremost. Once you have that attention on a consistent basis, you can start promoting to your audience to monetize it. Until then, you need to post content that grabs attention. And I've been doing this recently on one of my Facebook business pages, those crazy memes that you see. One I posted just recently was, if your name's not on this list, you've got the night off from cooking. And it had like 325,000 people engage with it without any ads, without any boost or anything like that. It was just crazy. Like I personally don't like those things when I see them in my feed, but other people do, and they engage with them. So you need a hook that grabs people's attention. You need a message that is authentic and relevant, and you need eye-catching images or videos that make people want to stop scrolling and digest your content. So the next thing to grow your Facebook is to get people talking. So asking simple questions. Do you prefer Coke or Pepsi? How often do you get your hair cut? Every 2 weeks or every month? Like, give them the answer to choose from so that it's quick, so that people will engage with it. What's your favorite social media platform, Facebook or Instagram? And regardless of your answers to these questions, the point here is that posts that get people talking will increase engagement on Facebook. These questions are very easy to answer, like I said, but by asking questions with simple answers or comparison questions in your content, you increase your chances of increasing your Facebook engagement. The trick here is that you also want to be relevant to your audience and business as well. So a hair salon might do a comparison photo of 2 different hairstyles and ask the audience which is their favorite, or a health coach might ask their audience if they prefer almonds or peanuts as a snack. The next thing to grow your Facebook is to interact with your followers. And no one likes sending someone a message and being left on read. Don't leave the people who are engaging with your business on read. Interact with them. Your interactions and responses will also contribute to your post's engagement, and it might also encourage further dialogue and discussion, thus leading to more engagement on your post. So don't sit back and say, oh, I got 5 comments, and leave it at that. Get in the game, interact with the people who are engaging with you, and build relationships with your audience. Another way to grow your Facebook is to avoid fishing for engagement. So Facebook doesn't like posts that ask for engagement, like comment below or like this post or share this post because you want engagement. And those tricks may have worked really well about 5 years ago, but they don't anymore. It's frowned upon by after the news feed exploded with these types of messages. So don't hurt your reach by asking for engagement. Instead, create content so irresistible that it's hard for people not to hit that like button or engage with your content. Next thing to grow your Facebook is to post more often. So how much engagement can you get if you don't post at all? Probably none. Well, the same thing applies with your post frequency. You're likely to get more engagement from posting 5 times per week than if you posted once a week. So make sure that you're posting frequently and consistently, whatever you can fit in, whether that's 4 times a week, 3 times a week, 6 times a week. And also make sure you're not posting any old thing. Be very strategic with the content that you're posting. If you're posting a bunch of bad content, it can actually result in you losing followers and engagement. So craft your content carefully and choose a schedule that allows you to do this as consistently as possible. So that's why I highly recommend a content plan based around your business, and you know exactly what you need to do a week ahead of time, all the time. So the next tip to grow your Facebook is to post native content and keep people on Facebook. So why would Facebook show your post in the newsfeed if it takes people off Facebook, right? So getting people to check out your blog post, or like redirecting them to your website. People will go and check your website out if they want to. So in the feed, just make people stay on the content as long as possible. So Facebook's entire business model is based on people spending as much time on the platform as possible, because they want to show people ads. They want you to stay there for as long as you can. And you're not going to increase your engagement by including links in every single post or promoting your YouTube page. It is proven that native content performs best in Facebook's algorithm. So one thing you could do is go live in a video or record a video on your phone and post it. And then you can always download that to YouTube as another piece of content. So that's what I do with these videos. Native content is content that is created solely for the purpose of the platform it is consumed on. So, for example, if you have video content, you should upload your video directly into Facebook and share it through their platform. Doing this will get far more engagement than simply sharing a link to YouTube, taking people off Facebook and sending them to their biggest competitor. Likewise, instead of linking to an article, take the major takeaways of that article and put them in your Facebook post. Then split it up into a series of social media posts that can be digested on Facebook instead of an external website. So even if you've got one blog post that's got maybe 5 or 7 points, break each one of those up into a separate Facebook post and create that special content just for Facebook. And like I said, if people want to find out more about you, they will go to your website. Doing all of this will keep people on Facebook longer and also help you break through their algorithm to increase your engagement. And that is it. I didn't know how long that was going to take because am I back? I'll just check that I'm back. So, yes, I hadn't checked how long that PowerPoint presentation was going to take. So, yeah, so that's the Facebook Live. I've got a comment here. That's a really good point. There are still coaches promoting phishing for comments. So don't do it. This is what Facebook is telling us. Always keep in touch with the latest from Facebook. Like, you can listen to all the coaches and all the gurus and all the experts in the world, but if you go straight to the source, straight to the horse's mouth, they're going to be telling you what's working. Why? Because Facebook want you to use their platform. They want people to create ads and buy stuff. So the more that you can fine-tune that process and grow your business on Facebook, the better it will be for you and the better it will be for Facebook. So this is the first in my series. Next week, I'll be back with another platform to share the same sort of information, all the different features and the type of content that you need to create, and also to find out if it's a platform for you. Don't forget to ask any questions if you've got questions, and have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.